Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of At Least You Know Comedy Show. This episode's going to be just a little bit different. It's just going to be me by myself. Going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Just before we get started, I've got some announcements I'm going to make. Malice will be doing their last weekend, this coming weekend, October 30th and the 31st. So make sure you guys come out there and see us. I will be out there volunteering Friday night. Unfortunately, I can't do Saturday. I've got other things that previously already planned, but we'll be out there Friday night hanging out if you guys want to come see us. Probably, I don't know, I'll probably be there all night. They're open till 11:30. I think they stopped selling tickets, but if you guys want to come out and check it out, we definitely would appreciate it, and let them know that we sent you. I'll be out there, goofing around, doing my thing, live entertainment. I was out there the last 2 weekends, and it was a good time. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to be calling a dream interpreter for this episode and telling her some of the wacky-ass stories that I've had over the years, different nightmares that I've had. So this is going to be fun for me because I get to retread all my favorite nightmares and hopefully find out what they mean.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
This is Addison.
Hi, my name is
How
Dylan.
can I help you? Hi, Dylan.
Um,
How can I help you? What's your question?
So I've been keeping up with the dream journal, and I have quite a few dreams that I would like to go over, maybe possibly find some meaning for them. I've been having like apocalyptic dreams that terrify me, and they wake me up in the middle of the night, almost on a nightly basis.
Okay. All right. I can definitely help you with that.
Okay.
I can already tell you, Dylan, you're spiritually awakening. Did these dreams just start within the last 3 to 6 months, or have you had them off and on your whole life?
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay. Do you tend to wake up from these dreams between 2 and 4 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am. It seems to be right at 3 a.m. every single night.
Okay. Your spiritual gifts are coming through. Once you learn, which I'll help you, once you learn to discern what the messages are, you'll be able to then help people and channel your gifts. All right, so let me see what exactly is going on with you, Dylan. I'm going to pull on some energy for you. Give me clarity, Spirit, on why Dylan is seeing spirituality. Okay. Are you religious, or maybe you weren't religious, but you're more spiritual?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not very religious at all.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, because that was the first card that came out, was spirituality. Well, don't take this the wrong way, but did you grow up in a narcissistic type family where people were somewhat narcissistic in how they related to people?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. I only say this because this also came out in your energy. This makes you feel, this is heavy on your soul. Part of that's coming out in your dreams. Part of it.
Gotcha.
And it affects your self-worth. I know I'm going off tangent on what your original question was. It'll all come together.
Okay.
Give me one more, please. All right. So what's happening with you right now is your soul is awakening to what your life purpose is in this dimension in 2020. Have you heard of like reincarnation?
Yes, ma'am.
Karma, law of attraction. It's real, and what's happening right now is your subconscious is speaking to you through your dreams. Now tell me, when you're having these dreams, because I'm about to pull on your past life energy, are you seeing a lot of fire?
No, not really.
What are you seeing in your dreams when it comes to like revelations and the end of times? What do you see?
Well, I have a couple here. Would you like me to just? I've typed them all up. Would you like me to just go through one of them with you?
Yeah, yes, please. Please.
Okay. So this one was recently, and is the only dream that I've ever had that was in three parts. Like I fell asleep, I had a dream, I woke up, went and used the bathroom, came back, went right back into the dream, and that happened twice. So a total of three parts this dream has. So, the first part, my friends and I were in New Orleans on vacation. All of a sudden, people around us just start screaming and running away. We can't figure out what's going on. So, we just start running with them. And then a couple other of my friends show up that weren't originally on the trip. And they say, we have to go. And then I wake up. Well, then the second part, it's the same dream, but we're all of a sudden in Las Vegas. And it's the same people that were in the last dream. But once again, everything is chaos. Everyone around us screaming, running. We get on a bus to leave the city, but the driver's dead. And when I look him in the eyes, his eyes are removed from his head, and he looks to me to say something, and then I wake up. So again, terrifying. I don't know what's going on. Why? Why is every dream the apocalypse? But then right after that dream, my fiance was awake. I talked to her for about 20 minutes, and I told her both of my dreams in great detail. And then somehow I fell back asleep. This time it was part three. Part three, it was nighttime. We're in somebody's backyard, and there's like a privacy fence, okay? And on the other side of the privacy fence, there's this bright light. And I just remember distinctively seeing the light shine through the fence, and there's a thick fog in the air. So every one of us are trying to hide. On the other side of the fence, there's like this creature that's just making this weird raspy breathing noise. There's a bright flash. There's a bright flash and a loud bang. One of my friends was trying to scare. One of my friends explains it was trying to scare us into revealing ourselves, as apparently it can't see us. So I'm peeking through the fence road to try to see what this creature is, but I can't really see it. But then it leans up to where I'm sitting, and it leans into my ear and whispers the 100th hour, and I woke up.
Okay. That's very detailed. I'm glad that you were able to remember and write that down. So what that's telling me is you have a spiritual calling. You're a healer and what's called a guardian or protector. That's why in all of your dreams, your friends, the people that you were around, they were looking to you, and you had like your whole core. Things that weren't even of the light acknowledged and recognized you. You were fearful of it because that it looked how it looked, it felt how it felt, and you had no clue what was going on. But that energy knows your energy. This is also tied to your past life and where the planets and the cosmos are, just where we're at in life right now in transition in this timeline. Everything is shifting and everyone's waking up as far as with their souls. What your dreams are telling you is be careful of the people and the energy that surround you because you're very, very sensitive. So be aware of people that may wear false masks around you. Two, pay attention to your dreams and learn to figure out what your gift is through what you're doing in those dreams. For example, you were able to understand what this thing was saying to you. Did it say it in English?
Yes, ma'am.
Did it say it in another language and you were able to decipher it?
No, it was in English.
It was in English?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Some people have a gift to where they can see people's spirits that are attached to them, which sometimes is demonic. You may end up developing that gift to where you can see that spiritually with people. I'm not sure the rough part with explaining that part to you, but if you were able to see and feel that in your dream state spiritually, eventually you'll be able to see that in this world, but it won't scare you. You'll have control over it.
Gotcha.
The other thing about how you was kind of like you were jumping, kind of like time jumping a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
that's also with that time shift and how everything is shifting. Let me ask you this, though. In your life right now, do you have stability? Like, is everything stable and good with outside of that?
About as stable as things can be with the pandemic going on. You know how that is.
Exactly. Okay, well, good. So then, since that's stable, then the shifting wouldn't be for any anxiety or anything like that.
Right.
So that this is all spiritual, and it's coming through between that 2 and 3 a.m. hour, and the 3 is the Father Son. It's the mocking hour of Christ, if you are religious, but also on the lighter side of that, it's also the Holy Trinity, and that's usually when you get the most downloads um, spiritually. So I'm glad that you called me. Don't be afraid, even though it's scary. It's letting you see what's really out there, but also it's letting you know that you're protected because it didn't attack you.
Right.
And you have wise friends around you that were in your dreams. Um, but the dark times that we're in, those type of energies, is looking for things to, I guess, kind of like a host. I hate to say it. And it's almost like you're being warned, and maybe you're with your friends. So just keep your circle tight right now and keep paying attention to your dreams. Um, it has relevance, but don't be afraid. But it wasn't just a bad dream. No.
Yeah. So you definitely think there's more to
And
it
you're
than it
not
just being
crazy.
a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. No, the resonance with that is it's the timeline, it's the time shift, and realities are shifting. It's almost like you're being able to see behind that veil,
Gotcha.
that spiritual veil that people talk about, that other side. In your dreams, you're starting to see that bad, nasty stuff. But I have to help you. We have to get you to where we can find out what your purpose is as to why you're now being allowed to see these things and then remember these things so you can have peace in your life going forward and not be tormented at night.
Okay. I can dig it.
Um, do you want me to pull some more cards,
Sure, if you'd like
or
to.
was that? Do you need like you feel like you need more answers?
I have a few more dreams if you want to hear them, or you can pull some more cards, whatever you prefer.
No, let me hear more, and then while you're doing that, I'll pull more cards while I'm getting the energy from these dreams.
Okay. So this one is recently, of course. I had a dream that my friend's mom was in a grocery store. I was there in spirit because she couldn't see me or hear me when I spoke. So I followed her around the store for a bit, and she kept complaining about like her sinuses and sore throat, like she had a cold or something. We were about halfway around the store, and she passed out. I screamed and screamed for help, but nobody could hear me. I tried to pick her up, but my hands went right through her body. So finally, someone noticed and called for help, and that's when I woke up. Well, then that day, I posted on Facebook about it. I left the names out, and I tried to leave out as many details as I possibly could, but the dream was about a very specific person. The post said, I had a dream that a friend of mine got sick in a store, and I left out, like I said, left out as many details. And then a few minutes later,
Mm-hmm.
I get a text from the girl's daughter saying, "My mom got sick at Costco today when she passed out. Turns out she has the flu."
Mm.
So it really freaked me out that it was that person, you know what I mean? And like it made me feel weird that I was there in spirit, but she couldn't see me. And then when she passed out, I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
do anything to help. But then for me to
Mm-hmm.
post on Facebook and then her to text me and say that literally happened to my mom.
Yeah, you're powerful. You have the gift of sight, or I don't know if you ever heard people say called a seer. Um, that's very true. And you must be very energetically close to your friend and her family, or at least to her, for you to be able to energetically be a part of her mom, to where you could be with her mom spiritually while you're here in one place. You can spiritually be with her, looking down through the 3D like an outer body experience, to see her, and also again protect and watch over. Um, so on the spiritual realm, that's not um, that's not uncommon to hear. But for the first time, it's scary and it can freak you out. But it's when you have really strong bonds and energetic connections. Your energy is pure. You're not weighed down by a lot of negativity. So you're able to fill a lot of people's so and it sounds like that's what you're doing. You just don't realize it.
Could you repeat that last part one more time? I'm sorry. I don't know if I lost service or what happened there, but I missed just that
No,
last part.
astro traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, astro traveling when you sleep.
I don't know if this detail affects it at all, but the father, the husband, had passed away about a year before I had that dream. I mean, not to the date or anything, but it had been some time, and I was very close with the father.
Yeah, so that's what that was. So that I knew that you had to be close to someone that was close to her. So what that is you're your connection to her husband. He was able to connect with your spirit to, for you to be able to watch over his family while he's not here, and to make sure somehow, some way. So that's how spirit works. I'm so glad you were able to get a positive and be able to see and hear the positive of that. That's what happened. Her husband, and through the bond that you all have from the other side, was able to use you to therefore watch and keep over his family in a time of need when you didn't even realize what was happening.
Right.
But it's because you're open. So that's really good. So you're getting messages in your dreams. Please keep that dream journal. Please, if you want me again, please call me. I'll be more than happy to talk to you on a regular basis to help you kind of piece this together to help you. But you're being given a lot of information, but you're going to be able to help a lot of people, especially once you're able to feel and determine whose energy you're feeling and what's coming from who. It won't be as scary.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, at one point in time, I was waking up every night at 3 a.m, just terrified because these dreams are happening constantly, and they're always so vivid. I'm sorry.
Do you have a Bible?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Do you believe in
it? In ways, yes. I don't completely discredit the Bible. I mean, I have read it before, and I do take a lot from it. I think that you should be a good person just in general, and I think there are a lot of things that we could follow out of the Bible. But I'm against, I guess you could say, organized religion, because there's so many people that are negative, like the Catholic Church and everything that's going on with pedophilia. Like it just turns me away, when I see things like that.
I understand. Well, you need protection spiritually. I sleep with the Bible. As they say, that's your sword, because I've gotten attacked in my sleep before as well. But I know if I have a Bible near me and I can get my hand on it, it'll go away. If you get crystals, black tourmaline, any type of a black crystal, but black tourmaline is really good for protection. What's another one? Amethyst. That's somewhat good, but black tourmaline is good. It gets you some protection. Silver is good to spiritually protect yourself. A silver cross, anything like that. But if you're not religious, you can always do get a crystal, black crystals, or look into crystals or stones for spiritual protection, and just wear that around your neck, or get a bracelet made out of it.
Okay.
That'll help. See if that'll help you, because you're being spiritually attacked at night, and if you don't have a Bible or a clear cord or some type of a stone, something to protect you spiritually, even throw it in your pillowcase or something under the mattress, you're just open game right now. So get you just look up spiritually stones for spiritual protection, and the black tourmaline is really powerful, and they're not expensive.
Okay.
If you have a medical physical store near you, or there's always Amazon.
Okay, cool.
But you're awakening. You're not going to be tormented. Once you learn what it is, it'll stop messing with you and stop scaring you, and you'll be able to understand what the message is more clearly. But it's like I'm seeing, as you're explaining it to me, it's like The Walking Dead in your dreams.
Yeah, most of the dreams that I have a lot of dreams that have like you would think that it would be related to aliens, and I've always, I mean, since I was as far back as I can remember, I've always had like a debilitating fear of aliens, and I don't know, it's so silly, it's so stupid, but like anytime that I watch an alien movie, everybody will be laughing at it, but I'm like in tears watching it. And when I was a kid, I had a fear of like tall ceilings because for whatever reason I thought that I was going to get sucked up into the ceiling. And I mean, it's like, is that spiritually related, or is that, I saw something when I was a kid and I'm just afraid of aliens, or like I've always wondered
No,
if. Go ahead.
You've got a sixth. You've always had a sixth sense that there was something else out there otherworldly. So as a child and as an adolescent, it's scary because you don't know what context to put that in.
Yeah.
So it's fearful, but you've always had that. And so the closest thing that you can put to that is an alien when you're a kid.
Right.
And then as you grow up, that fear doesn't go away. You just mature, and it's just you figure out another way to deal with it as a phobia, or it's this or it's that.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
And then think aliens are tall. So if you see tall ceilings, high ceilings, and at night, you're automatically going to think tall aliens.
Right.
I sleep with the lights on. I know that nothing's going to get me, but I sleep with the lights on or a few candles lit. I'm the same. We all have our things.
Gotcha. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm in my 30s and have a nightlight.
I have one more dream that I have 5 total. I don't know if we'll be able to get to them all, but I have one more dream.
I'm here for you.
I have one more dream that I wanted to get through, and I wanted to see what your thoughts on it were. So I haven't had this dream in a long time, but it's the same dream. Like I've had it recurring, I would say over 100 times. And it's the same thing in every dream, and I know exactly what's going to happen when the dream starts, but it's like I can't control what's happening. I grew up in Michigan, and I spent a lot of time at my grandpa's house as a kid, but when I was 10 years old, we moved to Tennessee, and we would go up there and visit him 2 or 3 times a year, but it wasn't until after I moved down here that I started having the dream. So I guess I associated it with missing him or something like that, but my grandpa's house had a basement that nobody ever went into because his sister-in-law lived down there. But they had overhead shop lights that were turned on in rows. So like you hit the switch and one set would come on and then the next set would come on and so on and so forth. But in the dream, I would go down in the basement and I would turn on the lights. And then every single time, like I said, I don't know why I kept going to the basement, but it was like it was calling me. I have to go to the basement. So I turn the light on, and then there's like a wall of darkness at the edge of the light. So in real life, I mean, you'll see into the dark section, right? But in the dream, it's just a wall, like a curtain. I can't see behind the curtain. So the first set of lights comes on, and then you see that the darkness, and then the second set of lights would come on. And as the second set of lights would come on, a shadow would come out of the darkness and grab me. And then I would immediately wake up. And this dream has happened to me over 100 times. And my grandpa died in 2016, and I haven't had the dream since he passed. And another detail about this dream, it's the only one that I've ever had where I remembered a smell. And like I said, I haven't had the dream since 2016, but to this day, I can remember the smell. Like when I think about it, it's in my nose, and it's the only smell that I've ever smelled like that. It smelled like death and cinnamon. Like if cinnamon rotted like meat, like it had like a putrid, like rotted cinnamon meat smell to it, and it's weird. But it's the only dream I've ever had that I remembered a smell.
Well, what that is, that's not of the light. That is a dark energy. over 100 times.
I
But
mean,
it stopped in 2016 when your grandfather passed, right?
yes, ma'am.
So for 4 years, you've not had that dream.
Right. Watch
But
me
it's
have it
plagued you 'cause
tonight.
you've had it so much. Okay. So what that is telling me, first off, there's something in your grandfather's property and that house or whoever was down there. Because didn't you say that a family member lives down there?
Yes, ma'am. His sister-in-law.
Okay. So either something tied to your sister-in-law, something tied to the property, something tied to the house. Again, you having that sixth sense, and things know what it can. And children and older people are the ones that they usually mess with because you're innocent and
Right.
you're more open. So as a child, it was making itself known to you because it could, and it scared you, and it liked it, and it made it stronger, even in the dream. And really, free is like I take that as a warning because the smell, that's not of the light. That's nothing good.
Right.
So there's a presence there. Do you sage your house?
No, I don't, but I'm going to after this conversation.
Yes, so am I. So sage your house.
Okay.
Make sure to get a sage stick and start just spiritually. You have a lot of just spiritual that you've been just carrying around with you for years. And let's just start by you getting some stones, praying or meditating, whatever you do for your peace, do that.
Okay.
And then get your stones. If you want, please continue to follow up with me on your dreams. But I hope I've given you clarity, or some answers to your questions on why and what on earth you've been experiencing. You've just had things been basically fucking with you. Excuse my language.
No, you're fine.
The dark stuff's been messing with you.
Yeah, for a long time.
And the light side is letting you go through this because you have a job to do for the light side in your own way.
I hope that I can figure out what it is because I I would really like that. Honestly, I've always liked to help people.
Doing what I'm doing.
I mean, that would be really cool.
So because it's a gift, and I went through the same thing for like 3 or 4 years. In the last 2 years, my journey has really opened up spiritually, and that was the same way. And like I say, I still sleep with the nightlight on, and I'm by myself.
Right.
So, but when you can help people and be able to understand what's going on because you've gone through it, it's a good feeling. So I'll help you. We all have a purpose to do, and we've got to see that nasty, scary stuff so we can fight it and be happy.
Absolutely.
So, did you have any other questions or any other dreams or anything else I can answer for you?
I do a podcast, okay, and I was wondering if I could record this conversation and use it for the podcast if I have your permission.
Actually, since I work with Psychic Source, everything's copyrighted, so
okay.
I can't do that. But request me. Request me again, and I'll see if I can. Request me again, and I'll reach out to them, and I'll see if there's any way that I can maybe work with you outside of this.
Okay.
As long as they know.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't
do you
mind
have
at all.
Do you have like a code or something? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. My extension. Let me give you my extension.
Okay.
And my name is Addison.
All right.
And I'm on here from 6 at night till 2 in the morning. So.
Okay.
But I'll email my my coach and just let her know about the conversation we had and about your podcast. And if there's any way that I can be of help, I would love to.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yes, no problem.
So, what do you say? Call back in like a week and see what the answer is?
Sure, yeah, because I'll email them. I'll email them tomorrow, and then if you want to do that, that'll be just fine. I think I'll be able to correspond with you. I believe you can send me a message once we're done. After the call, you can kind of like email me in the system, and then I can reply back.
Okay.
So I think we can communicate that way in between time. If you want to like maybe follow up, during the week before we talk again. But it's in the system.
Okay, cool. Sounds great.
All right. Well, Dylan, it's been a pleasure. I hope that you get some rest tonight. And also spiritual showers. I don't know if you're aware of it, but if you just get Epsom salt and you just, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and just literally scrub yourself with that Epsom salt, since salt is purifying in the shower.
Okay.
And just ask for the Holy Spirit to come in and transform your shower into a spiritual shower and cleanse your energy. Cleanse your energy and your chakras that way. That might help too. But you have to believe it.
Okay.
But I do that as well. Sage, spiritual stones, and spiritual showers.
I'm taking notes this whole time. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good rest of the night. Do you have anything else for me?
Actually, though I do. One card that came up from your past life was release your fears, and it was the number 3. And it says release what is holding you back and learn from your emotions. So I'm just going to say, with what's going on right now, there's a lot of negativity that's drawn to you right now, but you're a really good person and your energy is pure. But the environment that you were raised in was a little dysfunctional and toxic. Everyone's is, but still keep healing from that and forgiving from that and breaking those generational curses. So that will release whatever fears that still may be locked inside. So that way, that negativity won't have anything to latch on to feed off of. So just do your retrospection and your introspection on just releasing your fears, your inner fears that go way back, and that'll help you.
All right, cool.
So that's all. That's all Spirit has for you, Mr. Dillon.
I appreciate your time. I hope that you enjoyed our conversation, because I definitely did. And I look forward to speaking with you in the future.
Yes, sir. You have a good evening, Dylan. Thank you for calling me, and I'll be following up with you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
1 minute remaining.
Well, that was kind of dope. Sucks that I can't use the audio. They're copyrighted. Does that mean I can still use it and say fuck it? Just get a copyright claim? I think I might just say fuck it. But anyway, the camera stopped recording. Sorry about that. I was like kind of into this conversation. I thought that was really cool. I'm super skeptical, but I'm not going to be an asshole. Like, I wanted to be nice to her, but I'm super skeptical about, spiritual things and stuff. But I mean, I was just kind of wanting like a little interpretation as to why am I having these apocalyptic fucking nightmares every fucking day, and why is this shit always so debilitating? And I don't know. I just wanted maybe a little clairvoyance. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. And, like our Facebook page, join the Facebook group, follow our Instagram. Tori and I are still doing the 31 Days of Scary Movies. Going to be wrapping up soon. We got 5 days left. We got some pretty good movies coming up. We watched John Dies at the End. We watched the Witches remake. You guys are going to hear us bitch about that one because it was pretty bad. Other than that, fucking look out for the Lord of the Rings podcast coming up soon. I don't know. I might wait till the start of the year. I hate to keep everybody waiting on that. But I have started the book, and it's going to be great. I'm going to have a good time with it. I'm going to go now. I love you guys. Thanks for listening.